Good morning, Panthers. Happy Friday. I hope you all had a great April Fool's Day and had a great time voting on our songs. Today, we're going to talk about lunch. We're going to get started right away because we have lots to talk about. So let's talk about what lunch is going to look like when we return to hybrid. So the same things that we follow all the time for our social distancing protocols, we will be washing our hands, which will be in the form of hand sanitizer when you come down to the commons for lunch. You'll wear your mask unless you are actually sitting down and eating. Anytime you get up, you will put your mask back on. And we will watch our distance as we have to eat 6 feet apart from each other. We do have a few videos. Let's see how some students do. So as you notice, our student comes in, grabs some hand sanitizer, washing them up, grabbing their lunch, and heading off. And the next student's coming. Again, socially distanced. If you notice, they're all wearing their masks, they're all washing their hands, and they're all watching their distance, grabbing their lunch, and finding a place to sit. Right, so once you're seated, if you notice, we can have 2 people at every table on opposite ends. Notice how they all are opening their lunch, then they're taking their mask off, and they're eating. Some of them completely remove their mask, some of them just pull them down. It's up to you, it's your preference. When we're done eating, we raise our hand and get permission to pick up our garbage and go dump it. When you dump it, you need to wash your hands because it's really important that we've been eating with our hands near our mouth, that we wash them again before we head off to class or whatever activity we're going to do after lunch. He's going to put his mask back on, grab his food. We'll have different locations for you to dump your garbage, grab some hand sanitizer, and get ready for whatever next activity. We do have a few activities that we're going to look at today. So after you're done eating, you've cleaned up your space, you have an option to do a few different activities. So if you would like to stay inside, or especially if it's raining or the weather's just not conducive to go outside, you can stay inside. You can get out your device because all of your materials will be with you organized. So you can get out your Chromebook. You can choose to read if you would like to read, or anything else that's kind of quiet in your area. Obviously whispering to the person next to you, but again, we are 6 feet apart. We just want to reduce the amount of yelling that could potentially be happening. So quiet options at your seat. You do have all those things with you that you can utilize. If the weather is nice, which hopefully it will be nice from here on out, there are options outside. So volleyball has always been something that a lot of the students like to do. We're going to move that to the area behind the backstops. It's a grassy area, so that is an option for playing volleyball. We'll have the basketball courts set up with basketballs. However, we do have to watch our distance. So bump and horse are the 2 activities that we can do, or just shooting, but we're not playing any street ball during school hours because we do need to watch our social distance. The hill, for those of you that have been here for a few years, the hill behind the basketball court, that is going to be the social hour. So if you just want to socialize 6 feet apart from others, you may socialize up on the hill. Walking the track or running, whatever your preference is. I've kind of outlined, it does go way in the back. We'll have plenty of staff to remind you when we're getting close to having to re-enter the building to go to class. So if that's something you would like to do with a friend, again, socially distanced, you may walk the track. That's something that I would like to do. So if I am outside, maybe I'll walk with a few of you. Lastly, we have Foursquare, and that's usually between the basketball court and the parking in that area. So those are some options that we have. We will be cleaning all of the balls in between lunches. And just a reminder, we will be wearing our masks and staying social distance as we're outside. You'll also have all of your belongings. So if you go outside, you do need to bring your backpack with you, and you'll have to remember to bring it back into the building. So let's summarize what lunch looks like. Again, we're washing our hands before and after we're eating, right? We've been in the classroom. We're going to wash our hands before we eat. And when we're eating, our mask is removed, which means our hands we're touching food. So we need to wash them again before we're done having lunch for the day. Wear your mask except when you're eating. So even if you need a napkin, you get up, you put your mask back on, and you watch your distance from others. We'll have inside and outside options. If you have any questions, please post them in the Padlet. I hope you all have a great weekend.